Once, on the 5th of September, I went to have fun with my old classmates. Although my father forbade me to go there because he didn't like my friends because of their excessive drinking. At the same time, he also knew that I would drink beer and do something dangerous. But I still didn't believe him and met my old friends in one of the best restaurants in the city, where the best Georgian dishes were prepared, such as khinkali, barbecue, and khachapuri. We had a lot of fun, made many good memories. At the same time, I drank a little wine, but not as much as my father thought I would. When we finished feasting, we decided to go home. Before I left the restaurant on the street to hail a taxi to go home, I was called by a friend of mine named Lotto, who worked in the Special Forces and had a fit, muscular body. To tell you the truth, I don't know why he decided to join the Special Forces, because he always dreamed of becoming an actor during his school days. Then he started playing rugby and somehow ended up in the Special Forces. He told me that today was the last day of his rent payment and he didn't want to come to his house, so he asked me to stay with him for one night. I agreed with great joy, even though my father did not like Lotto, and now he was taking me to his house. The taxi took quite a long time, 20 minutes, because my house was located quite far away, in a neighborhood of private houses surrounded by a fence. However, taxis in my country are quite cheap and definitely not like American taxis, where you pay $20 for a 5-minute ride. In short, Lotto gave me the money for the taxi. He told me that he was in debt to me and that he would be redeemed by paying money. I also agreed, and after thanking, we got out of the taxi. As I walked down the track to the gate of my father's private house, I searched every possible pocket for the key but found none. When I remembered that before leaving the house, I left the key on the living room table and forgot to take it with me. I was very disappointed, and it was already 3 a.m., and I thought that my father would be very angry if I woke him up at this time of the night, and he would see me a bit drunk, and he would also see Lotto standing next to me. I didn't know what else to do. There was only my mother at home besides my father, who was probably also sleeping. My only hope at that moment was to move over 2.5 meters of blue shutters and find the key hidden under a large stone next to the house, which my parents used to leave when they left the house for a while. I wasn't sure if the key was really there, but I had to try, and if I couldn't find it, I'd call my mom and hope my dad didn't hear the phone ringing. "Come on, so why are you afraid of your father?" Lotto asked me. At that time, I felt a little shame in front of him. What nonsense, I'm not scared. It's just that I'm 23 years old and I still don't have a job. I've failed my university exams, and because of all these failures, my father is very strict with me. I know for a fact that if he finds out about my drinking, he'll give me a 2-hour lecture on my irresponsibility tomorrow, and I really don't mind. I answered, and Lotto could see on his face that he understood exactly what I meant, because not so long ago he had the same situation in his family before he started working. "Okay, move. I'll help you," he told me and helped me to move safely and silently through the gate. In just a few seconds, I was inside the fence of the house and lit my way through the dark yard with the flashlight of my phone. Soon I came to the stone under which the key to the apartment was supposed to be, but when I lifted it, the key was nowhere to be seen. I muttered to myself, "Damn, what a fool am I? Why did I think they'd leave the key out in the middle of the night?" And at that time I heard Lotto's cry from the other side of the gate. "What are you letting go for so long? Did you find the key?" At this point, I ran as fast as I could to the gate to silence Lotto because he was talking too loudly. "What makes you scream? Be quiet," I whispered from the other side of the gate. "If you can't find the key, what should we do?" he asked me. "Wait a minute. I'll call my mother," I answered and turned to dial my mother's number on the phone. At that time, I saw something that made me cringe and my heart beat very fast. In the other part of the yard sat a black figure in the shape of a man, wearing a cylinder-shaped hat and holding a stick in his hand. I immediately thought that it was my father and I was very scared. Then I thought that the silhouette was a mass of overlapping shadows forming a silhouette of a human form and deceiving the eye. But then the silhouette moved. Its head moved and its white, ugly, and toothy face, with its eyes like dark sockets like a skull, startled me. "Hey bro, did you call your mother?" Lotto asked, his voice scaring me even more for a second. "Here, there's someone here," I told Lotto in a scared and trembling voice, who even laughed a little. Someone? Did they catch you? He jokingly told me. No, here. I couldn't even finish the sentence. The silhouette disappeared in the blink of an eye, as if it had never been there. Bro, what's going on? What is someone's name? Lotto asked me again. I do not know. There was a man sitting in the yard who looked like an old man, and then suddenly, he just disappeared. Bro, I think you drank more than I thought, Lotto told me jokingly again and even laughed. No, it's not me, I answered in an excited voice, although Lotto did not answer me again for a few seconds. Lotto? I called him again because I was upset by his sudden silence. Didn't that man just happen to look like a decrepit old man with a cane in his hand? He asked in the same scared voice I had a moment ago. Well, it looked exactly like him, but I was more afraid. How do you know that? I asked. There's something standing in front of me now, brother. Now it's looking at me. It's looking at me and coming towards me, Lotto said, and the sound of his doomed scream echoed throughout the courtyard. I immediately climbed over the gate to move to the other side of it and help my friend, although neither Lotto nor that ugly creature was anywhere to be seen. I saw only one thing, traces of blood at the gate. After this story, it was as if time flew by and I just turned it off. In the morning, I woke up in my bed so that I did not remember how I got into the house and lay down. This feeling was like as if I, who was climbing the gate, stopped momentarily at the sight of the blood trail and suddenly found myself in bed. My father opened the door to my bedroom and he said he needed help mowing the lawn, which was very strange because I remember exactly my father coming into my room with the same sentence the day before and asking me to help mow the lawn in the exact same tone of voice. After I nervously agreed, I rested my right hand on my bed and picked up the phone. My face froze in surprise. The mobile phone calendar was still showing September 5th. Was this day yesterday? It was the 5th of September, and just yesterday I went to have fun with my friends. I immediately went into my contacts to call Lotto and found out that he was really feeling well, but I couldn't find his number in my phone, so I called my other friend's number. Hey, I hope you're not calling to tell me you can't go to the restaurant today, the friend I was calling told me. Whoa, did we go to the restaurant yesterday? I asked in a surprised voice. Yesterday? His friend was also surprised. We haven't seen each other in a year, boy, especially yesterday. He answered me and gave it to me. I was very scared, although now the only thing I cared about was Lotto's well-being. If you have written it in your phone contacts, please write me Lotto's number, I asked in a frightened voice. Lotto? My friend was even more surprised and asked, Who is Lotto? I don't know anyone with that name. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. This will help the channel to grow and post more horror stories. May the grace of Piranha protect you.